Just not there yet. Okay, guys. So I just wanted to come in and say hi. Because I feel like I don't do that enough. I don't come on and just chat. A lot of people do that. I haven't done that. I just want to say, if you missed yesterday's live and don't know it, I will be going live tomorrow at 7 o'clock to celebrate my birthday. You are not allowed to send me things. Don't want them. Because in order to do that, you would have to have information that I don't want you to have. Sorry. I care about you guys, but I really don't want you to have my address. Safe to say, I don't want you to have that. Hey, Collecta. Hi. Sorry if you're really confused. How are you? I bet you my collection is not as big as yours. I just came in to say hi because I haven't done that in a while. If you haven't done it yet, give the live a like if I can get the words out. I spent yesterday and the day before reorganizing the collection. It is now grouped. It's now not just a mess of animals here and there. They are grouped by continent. And yeah, they're grouped by continent. Oh, and their time in history. So, like, there are Ice Age animals up on that top shelf. Well, above or below the Godzilla monsters, anyway. There are a bunch of other stuff. There's dinosaurs, some aquatic animals that I just couldn't fit in. How are you collecting animals for you? How are you doing tonight? And where are you from, if you're even still here? I don't usually go live on Sundays. But since I was live and didn't have a lot of people popping into my live, I figured, hello, bunch of other people that I can't see. I don't usually go live on Sundays. Sundays are usually my day to sit and think about what I want to do for the next week and a half. So I don't know how long I'm going to be on. So you can ask questions. Well, no, don't ask me questions, because save those questions for tomorrow when I do my Q&A. It may be a first. Yeah, so that live will happen tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you are in the United States, anyway. I am trying to figure out how I want to do a map with all of my subscribers on it, so I can keep track of everybody. Collect, how many animals do you have in your collection? Carol, is it frozen again? Probably not, but I'm going to ask anyway. No, it can't be frozen because I see myself talking. Okay. Cool beans. Yeah. So today was Sunday, so that means it was church day. That went well, and then I came home, and here I am. No, I came home and worked on the video or the live for the other channel today. It wasn't a big live. Maybe someday we'll get people coming in. I hope. My class was fun. I don't know what this week is going to bring. Hopefully some fun stuff. Hopefully some new members. I mean subscribers. Thank you for the likes. I don't know how I have 3 likes when I can't see anybody. Guys, it's okay to ask questions if you can. I don't bite. It's okay to talk too. I don't bite. I wish I could see. Hey, Jake. Joseph, hi. This is just a fluke. I am not usually on Sundays. However, I will be live tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Yeah. They're planned. They haven't been recorded yet. But next week, or this week, I should say, I gotta think of where to look. But I'm more organized than that, so I know where to look. I thought I was. So next week, or this week, I gotta wait for it to load up. But yeah, there are new videos coming up. We just got done with some videos from last week that unfortunately I didn't get filmed because I didn't have any pictures for them. But this week, as soon as I can get it recorded, we're doing Bactrim Camel. Butterflies is alive. That is not planned out yet. Bactrim Camel. Snow leopard. Would a snow leopard be a good pet? I know it's sort of dorky, but I'm planning on doing one on forest peach from Africa. I can't find a book right now that has it, so I might be picking a new description on it or changing the plant around a little bit. Hey, Pretty. Hey, Predecessor. How you doing? I'm trying to keep track of who comes in. I'm going to be doing pokeweed as a species. So if you're from the United States, you might know what pokeweed is. I try to do those occasionally. That's really good. That's really good. No, I am not. I will not do an edible plants. I mean, I guess I did. But I don't advocate eating poke. That's just me. Predecessor, I went to do your name and ended up writing a totally different word. I will be doing Spice Bush. Also, Kanandaru, if you know what that is. And then the last video for this week will be getting bit for views. I did a live on it. So maybe I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it. And then the following week, I'm doing Amur leopard as a species, polar bear versus grizzly bear, who is larger, Florida panther as a species or subspecies, meteorite, Japanese giant salamander, and wild strawberry. So that's what's coming up for the next 2 weeks. I guess I could give you what's coming up later. We're going to be doing Ohm, parrots as a group. That is live. That's alive. Endangered animal jaguar, limestone, tigerfish, Atlantic stingray, and as a Atlantic stingray as a poisonous, venomous animal, and river hippos as a potentially deadly one. No. I'm gonna be talking about it. I will be talking about getting bit for views. I'm not gonna get bit for views. I will be talking about it, but I'm not gonna do it. So that is what is upcoming for the next 3 weeks. I wouldn't do that because one, we did it we talked about it in live, but I've never done a video on it. Agreed. Too many people taking risk that they don't need to take. Getting bit for views, predecessor, is that what you're asking about? I don't want to assume that that's what you're talking about. Getting bit for views is basically you're talking about an animal. Let's see. Hold on. I apologize that it's way bigger than what a real one would be. Yeah, so basically, if this were a real spider, it would bite me, and then you would watch the reaction. No, right now it's not. But who knows? It could be. But also know that I'm not attacking people that do that because that's their thing. Um, I'm just not going to do it. I see no reason to do that. Now, I have eaten plants that I've never tried before, like wild plants. Which, can be risky. It's not a total risk because I do know, um, I do know and I do my research. So I know what I'm sticking in my mouth shouldn't kill me. But I also can't rule out an allergic reaction. Well, and that's a possibility. You would see me maybe have a reaction, but that has yet to happen. So now what you would see would be me having a bad reaction to eating it. But yeah. I mean, there's a possibility that somebody might like it. The edible plants, eating edible plants. If I could get to the fruit stand, that's the show where they talk about deadly animals for an hour. Yes, I think so. They have it on. They used to have it on Disney, National Geographic, something like that, or Netflix. There are some very, very scary animals out there. And I mean scary. Yeah. Oh, scary animals that are venomous. Stonefish. Stonefish is kind of scary. It's um boomslang venom is really scary. Uh you know, I think personally a lot of our scary animals are not as scary as other creatures. Sorry, just saying. I mean, yeah, you go to Florida. Sorry, predecessor, but you go to Florida and you have alligators. No, Australia is just as crazy. But I think like Jake said, there are amazing people in science who go to these places to document the animals, who work with these animals and respect these animals. And you will be safer if you respect those animals. For instance, if you go to Florida, if you go to Australia, you will be safer when you realize that every body of water has a crocodile or an alligator in it. It's that safe. It's right, Jake, if you're still here. But they're not as big as a house. They're big, but they're not as big as a house. If you've seen them and they're as big as a house, that's a trick of the camera. That's special effects. Not even half a house. And I'm knocking stuff left and right. So this is, I believe, a huntsman spider. It's a fake one, of course. I would never would I hold an actual spider this way. But I mean, they do get bigger than this, don't get me wrong. But a spider the size of a house, probably would not live very long. Simply because it goes the same route like we talked about in a previous video or live, where we talked about something being too large. Yeah. There is a limit to how big something like this can get. They do look big. But if you take him, and I realize my hands, that was cool. He's almost as big as my fingers. So I think if you didn't know how big my hands were, you might think, well, man, that's a pretty big spider. But no, I have little kid hands. Not little kid hands, but I have small hands. So he's not really that big. But yeah, it's animals. Scary animals are just that. It's animals that we don't understand that are venomous, but even venomous animals, depending upon the species, they don't want anything to do with us. I mean, honestly. I'm gonna ask predecessor a question. Predecessor, have you lived in Florida, or have you lived in your state your entire life? Okay. Have you ever seen a live coral snake? Wild. Okay. Um, I've lived in my state in the Midwest my entire life. Now, granted, I'm not going out looking for them, but we have rattlesnakes in my state. I've never seen one. Okay. But one time. And I know an approximate age. So if you've only seen one in your entire life, that's pretty good, I would say. So if you're coming into United States as a tourist, but if you're coming into United States as a tourist, you have better chances of seeing an alligator in the wild than you do seeing a coral snake in the wild. And this will kill you. This will kill you. Maybe it may not do as much damage as an alligator would, but this will kill you. If you don't get anti-venom, I would say in an hour, half hour, depending upon your size. An alligator, I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean to be mean. I don't make people that had been attacked. I don't mean to make light of them, because that's not cool. But alligators will hiss at you. Rattlesnakes will rattle. Unfortunately, not every rattlesnake rattles. And little kids don't know better. That's the sad part. But to be afraid to go to a country because of what's there, I don't know. I think you have to get out of that mindset. Anti-venom is an incredible thing. It should be noted that not all snakes have anti-venom. Anti-venom is also expensive. You don't want to take a bite. I went to Yellowstone and did not see bears. Oh, I take that back. I saw cubs from the safety of my car. And so should everybody else. Now, I'm not saying that you won't see bears. But if you stick to popular areas like Old Faithful and the area where they have the geysers, if you're around where there's a lot of people, your chances are better of not having an encounter. Just to give you an idea, if you get bit from a rattlesnake, you're looking at around $500 to over $100,000. So yeah. And it does depend on how much antivenom you need. So it's getting bit by a rattlesnake is around $2,000 to $300 per vial. So it's pretty serious. Yeah. Bears are a problem getting into garbage. That's a fact. But I'll be honest, deer and foxes and raccoons and squirrels and coyotes and bats all can carry rabies. Wildlife, even wildlife that we say is not dangerous, in the right circumstances, can be dangerous. It's okay, Alberto. I have seen a coyote in person. A baby, but I've seen it. And I think I've seen a bear. You know, I was telling Carol, I think over the phone the other day, that people who say that they don't have coyotes nowadays, they have them. They just don't know that they have them. I don't know. He's here. I don't know why you can't see him. I have seen 4 foxes in my lifetime. Only 4. I feel not lucky because they are super cute. One I saw at the school before classes started, and before buses arrived. Two during a walk around my street, and one in my brother's yard while the kids were still asleep. And bats, I see bats quite a bit at night during the spring and summer. I don't know where they live, but I do see them. Ah, that is weird. I don't know why you can't. Yeah, bats primarily at night because they're nocturnal. When I was super young, we were picking blueberries at my grandma's house, and we had them. Yeah, deer are weird because you'll see them early in the morning and then at night. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's... So it just depends. The most dangerous animal is the one that just bit you. I'm using somebody else's phrase, but yeah, if you mess with an animal, you pick up an animal, you surprise an animal, you get close to their babies. Sounds good, Jake. Thanks for coming in. Okay, predecessor. Okay, guys. I'm gonna get off of here so I can get work done. I just wanted to hop on and see what everybody was up to. Don't forget, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. we are doing a Q&A and having fun with my birthday. Maybe. Good night, everybody. Pleasant dreams. Thank you, Alberto, but it's tomorrow. Be kind, everybody. Never give up on yourself and always keep learning. And I will see you in the next one. Good night.